All right, welcome back. We are here at our Mental Health Matters phone bank, and we are hoping that you're taking advantage, that you're sharing this today. The number to call 346-4630. Some fantastic health professionals who can answer questions for you, send you to resources. Even if you're struggling with something right now, they can address that and then point you in the right direction to get help in the future. So I want to welcome LaTanya Summers, who's with us, Jacksonville University, and we talked live on the morning show probably about a month ago, or a little bit more than a month, about some of the resources that are available to our community. And then also Erica Whitfield, who I just met. Positive Development is the name of your center. And what's really cool is there's a whole segment of our population that sometimes gets ignored when it comes to mental health, are gifted children who learn differently. And while they may be exceptional when it comes to their grades and everything, they may be struggling just in the same way. So thank you all for the work that you do and for joining me again. All right, so LaTanya, tell me a little bit about what you do and what you experience as an educator.
Yes, I teach at Jacksonville University, where I'm the department chair as well as an associate professor teaching clinical mental health counseling to master's level students. And today is 9/11, as you've already mentioned. For those of us who are around who were around then, there's this visceral feeling in your body, compounded by where we are today, social, politically.
And the weather. I realized earlier this week, I was like, I'm a little depressed, I need some sun.
Right, 2 weeks rain, you know, also to mention like seasonal affective disorder, which is, this is about the time. So there's so many things going on, which is why I'm so glad that this bank is happening for folks who are just struggling today. This is Suicide Prevention Month, and honestly, the highest number of suicides actually occur in suicide.
Why is that?
Suicide Awareness Month. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even want to speculate and say something that's
interesting because there used to be a thought process that if we talked about it, more people would do it.
Right.
And we know better now. We know that we have to talk about it, that just is not the truth. And you have to introduce it young, even in your own household.
Absolutely. You have to normalize it, right? We can talk about, I don't know, we can talk about 9/11, and so we should be able to talk about the emotions that we experience, in good and bad. Yeah, that's very important.
I am curious because with my kids are 12 and 10, and we've had to have some tough conversations with them because of things that we've experienced. And I can remember when I had to talk to my son about someone who took his life, and he just broke out in tears, and I was like, should I have told him that? But I did, and I should have, and I'm glad that I did. I'm sorry, I didn't want to make this about me. But
and that it came from you is super important. Like back in my day, we didn't have the language, right? I grew up with folks who talked about bad nerves, and now having the language, I'm like, that was not bad nerves.
No, it was not. They needed something. There was,
Erica,
I'm sorry. I want to bring you in because we don't have a ton of time, but talk a little bit about our exceptional students, our gifted students, and some of the challenges they have.
Absolutely. So I'm the owner of Positive Development, and I work exclusively with gifted, creative, and high-performing kids. So the thing about my population is that a lot of our high-performing kids don't feel like they should ask for help, or they don't know how to ask for help. They've been put on this pedestal of having very high expectations. Others think that they should be performing at a certain level. They feel like they need to be performing at a certain level, and so they don't even know what asking for help looks like. So we have a lot of kids who will start having headaches and stomach aches. They'll start experiencing stress, anxiety, and depression, and they'll just keep pushing forward without asking for help. So my practice is all about letting our high performers know that even if you're a high achiever and you're doing great, there's stress that comes with being successful, and you can reach out to us for support.
Yeah, and I love that you're saying that, the physical symptoms that come up too. And honestly, that's the job of the parents, the guardians, the loved ones, to kind of notice, hey, you might need to talk to someone as well. What does that process look like?
Absolutely. So when someone wants to come in for therapy, what I like to do for my kiddos is first just talk with the parents about what they're seeing. You know, are the grades declining? Are they isolating themselves in their room now? Are they talking about not wanting to be here anymore, taking their lives? These are all places that our kids can go. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Erica Whitfield, Positive Development. LaTanya, thank you guys for joining us. Make the phone call 904-346-4630. We are here till 7 p.m. today, and we're going to continue to answer your questions here on Mental Health Matters.